Do 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 do. Oh. Okay, there we go. Let's refresh this page. Live control room. Sync to preview player. Oh man. Info and settings. Do 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 do. Where is everything that I need? Hold on, guys. Let me finish typing all this stuff in. Where tag is. I'm just about done. Alright, there's that. Let's go videos. Do 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 do. Still trying to figure out this whole live streaming thing. Here we go. This should be. Aha. Here's what I need. Okay. I got everything back to working. I'm pretty sure I did. I hope I did. Okay. And of course it's raining again. Yay. Just gotta love the rain. It is live, right? Let's make sure. On air. Okay. We should be good. And, well, this needs to be 3. Alright. Is it playing? It should be. Okay. I think we're good for now. Maybe? I don't know. We'll see. We can't go out that way. Whoops. Wee. So what? This needs to be brick? What? So brick. Oh, and then stairs. Okay, so we need stone brick stairs. Do 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 do. So we said this was brick, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Everything's good. Sweet. Thank you for letting me know. Hopefully it will stop raining soon, because that would actually be helpful. So then what? This one should be stair. Okay. I think I got everything I need for this one. So what? This would be a upside down stair. Okay. I think I forgot the pattern. I forgot when I did this building. It wasn't too long ago, but Bum, 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 bum. Everybody's probably lagging out. Would be my guess. Doop, 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 doop. Oh no. Bum, 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 bum. Doop, 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 doop. And okay, so that's done. We need one more. Okay. Doop, 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 doop. Oh no. Doop, 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 doop. Basically, this is what I do every time I build. I just make weird noises. So hopefully you're not too bothered by it, because that's what I do a lot. And all right, so like also since you guys are watching, let me know what you guys want to see. Since you guys are the ones watching, so let me know what you guys want to see during the video or during the live stream. Also, if there's anything you want to know about the city, stuff like that, just fire off the questions, and I'll do my best to answer them. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to answer your guys' questions. Also, and to build, but mainly to build, but also mainly to answer your guys' questions. So I got just a little bit of both, But it was like, trying to multitask between the three. Well, actually, there's two. Man, I should really go back to, elementary and learn my counting again. 1, 2, 4. Oh, no, I missed 3. So we have, 3 people watching right now, is what it says. Let's refresh the page to make sure I'm not missing any of the comments. And are we? Nope. Looks like we're good. Alright. Let's just get rid of everything. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, I'm actually going to try to do live streaming a lot more. because I know it's something that a lot of fans enjoy. When did you get into building cities? Building cities, I've done cities for a long time, mainly just because, I don't know, because with cities and big projects, like when I did my huge cruise ship that I did, I like big projects because you always have something to come back to and work on. And I guess that's why I've always liked cities, is because they're a challenge. It's also organization. It's basically everything you can think of for building and being creative is something that a city has. And I think that's kind of why I've always leaned towards building cities. I mean, I built cities before we even had creative, which that city wasn't the best, and my planes were extremely messed up because like the wings were backwards. But I've always done cities and big projects because, like I said, they kind of keep me busy, and when I get bored, it kind of gives me something to, look forward to. And sometimes I might get bored, yeah, but there's always something new. And that's, like I said, why I like big projects. So hopefully that kind of answers your question. I mean, that's kind of the best way I can really answer that question there. But hopefully I kind of hit the main points of like what you're asking for, which I think I did. All right. Hey, Game Project, are you in the game or are you just watching? Because I'm not sure if you have the same gamer tag or not. So, should let me know. Hey, we got 4 people watching. Welcome, everybody. Oh, Minecraft kid left. Probably lagged out. And, whoop, there we go. And finally done with the windows. These are probably the only buildings that almost have completely full windows. I think they actually are the only ones. Hey, man, how was your day? It was good. How about your day? Did you have a good day? What have you been up to? And boop, 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 boop. I've just been busy building and getting frustrated with my Minecraft Xbox One keeps crashing. No idea. Wait, I'm just watching right now, working on my city. Oh, very nice. Hopefully, I mean, if you want to see anything, just let me know, and I can always fly over there. I don't have too much of the main things that people want to see, like the stadiums, the airports. I don't have any of those yet, but those will come with time, and that's something a lot of people always do ask about. It's like, do you have an airport? Do you have a stadium? It's like, not yet, but I will. Because the airport, I'm actually going to make the airport proper this time, to where it's actually fully going to have the actual main planes. It's going to have a lot of room it's going to take up, so luckily I can do that now, since I can expand the city. Just got on. How the hell do you live stream to YouTube? Jace, I'm pretty sure you have to be a YouTube partner in order to live stream to YouTube, so hopefully that answers your question. I am partnered with Machinima, so that kind of is why I can live stream. And I'm pretty sure you have to be a partner with a company in order to do live streaming on YouTube. I think that's also why Twitch is taken off so much, was because anybody could live stream, and not just people who really, people who don't have these massive channels and they don't have partnerships. You don't even have to have a massive channel to have a partnership. But what I'm trying to say is you have to be a partner. That's why Twitch has gotten so big, I think, is because you can be anybody and you can live stream. It's really simple too. So I've actually never used Twitch, but I might try to get into it at some point. I know I haven't had it necessary to use it. Eloy Jara, I'm using the city texture pack. If you want to know, why don't you stream on Twitch? The main reason I don't stream on Twitch is because, in my opinion, I don't really need to, since I can stream on YouTube. I can stream straight to YouTube, so I think it's a little bit easier. And really, I just don't have to worry about it as much, I mean, if I wasn't partnered with Machinima, I'd probably use Twitch for live streaming. But that's probably why I'm not really, I've never really used Twitch, is because there hasn't been a really good time for me to use it. I haven't had to use it, so if I'm ever not partnered, maybe I'll use it. But for now, I might try to get into it a little bit, but for the most part, you're going to see most of my live streams, and probably 99% of them on YouTube. So hopefully that answers your question. Never really used Twitch, but I've heard it's a great platform. On the roof with the stone brick stairs is called a parapet. That is correct. I actually learned that in architecture class, which, that was a real pain. My teacher was not the best teacher. I did not learn anything during that class. It was fun to build stuff. I mean, we really didn't even build anything. It was more just doing floor plans and outlining stuff, which was really boring. But hey, I guess I had to do what I had to do. Oh no! I was looking at the comments and I went over. Hi, Pep. How much more do I have to go? This building isn't too wide, so... Now, I was actually debating about adding buildings next to the highway or not. Hey, boss, octopus. And I was really debating about, you know, if I wanted to add buildings next to the highway, or if I wanted to kind of make it like this, like all trees and stuff like that. And that was something that I kind of went back and forth on, which I just decided to stick with buildings because I think the buildings look pretty good next to bridges and highways sometimes. Cobblestone walls. Here, we need these. And just do these every other... I think I left them on... Yep, I didn't do the very ends. Yeah, you guys will definitely see my pickiness when it comes to a lot of this stuff. What's he building? I'm mainly just building a random building to kind of take up some space, you know, because there's something I'm trying to do with this city is if you guys haven't followed like from SoutLake completely like to, you know, this part or like wherever I am in SoutLake at this point, I'm trying to not have as many skyscrapers because, you know, in New York and everything, you have like these giant skyscrapers everywhere. But in most cities, you only have maybe a couple, and then a lot of them are like just random office buildings. So I'm trying to add some skyscrapers because I like building them, but I'm also trying to add a little bit more variety and realism to it by not adding as many as I did in, you know, SoutLake, or not SoutLake, Newfield. Because Newfield was only skyscrapers. I didn't really have any small buildings. There was just all skyscrapers. So I'm not really, this building isn't based off anything. It's just a random building I'm making. I feel like I'm talking really fast. I'm kind of hyper. I haven't even had soda yet either. So I have no idea. So sorry if I seem annoying. I'm just, you know, I'm actually really excited to live stream. I don't know why. It's just something that I've never really live streamed before, and it's different. And I don't know, like it's something new that I can be excited for, which I'm going to start doing more. I mean, I keep saying that, and hopefully I will actually keep it up. If I don't, you guys will have to keep letting me know, like, hey, you need to live stream more. And I'll say, okay. Because if I find out people don't like live streaming, I'll probably not do it as much. But if people like it, why do I not do it? It's really easy for me to do. So, doot. And basically all I'm doing is just building here. And that's what a lot of you guys want to see. Adriana Noor said, Hola, you're awesome. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I want to go as far as awesome, but thank you very much. I appreciate your compliment. I love the compliments. They're always unique from the usual YouTube comments. And... okay, so that should be good. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with the space back behind. So I'm not sure if I want to make it, you know, like how a lot of cities have like homeless people living under the bridge, and it's usually like kind of... I don't know. I think I want to keep under the bridge nice, just so... you build ugly. Oh, that's not too bad. I guess I'll take that compliment. You know, I mean, sometimes I don't build the best looking stuff, and I already know that. I'm not the best builder. But, hey, I do my best, so... wait, what is he building? Bossman, it's just a random building. That's all it is. It's not really anything special. Nope, I'm not building a bridge. The bridge is actually already... is it done? I think I'd finished the bridge. I mean, besides the lines and everything, I finished the bridge. Whee! I got a message. I will check that here in a second. Well, Biffo, Justin, you can insult me all you want, man. It's not really going to bother me. I mean, I'm not going to change anything I'm doing, so. Hey, kitty cat. Well, Jax, you're walking straight in front. Nope, don't walk by my Xbox. Don't turn it off. Okay, we're good. Love your videos. Keep up the good work. Oh, thank you, Codmaster. Super nice city you got here. Thank you, guys. I'm happy a lot of you guys like it. You like trains? Not really. I mean, they're trains. I mean, I have subway stations, but... let's see. It might take some night vision. I need to figure out what I want to work on next, because I want to build another building. But we might finish off this one here. So, yeah, we'll probably just finish this one off. So, time to clear my inventory. So I basically got done with that one over there. So, I'm going to work on something new. Haven't been updated on the city, but it looks great. Well, thank you very much. I mean, I can kind of do like a small fly around to show you like what's happened over time. So let's do a quick little tiny tour of the city. So over here we have the highway that's not raised up. It's just on the, you know, surface. We have the second bridge that was made on the city, which I'm actually pretty happy with it. I think it looks pretty realistic. It looks like a main bridge should. The first bridge ever made is over here. You should look at pictures of Chrysler Building in New York. Joey, I have looked at that building. I've actually used New York for a lot of inspiration for different buildings on this map. I actually use a lot of different cities and countries for building designs, so you're going to see a lot of different styles. Over here we have the building from Grand Theft Auto 5, which isn't finished yet. Oh, and it finally stopped raining. Awesome. Let's see. Can you do more survival buildings, please? Well, Luke, I am actually... you're going to like the house series because there are a lot of houses there. That's going to be starting up on the 23rd. So if you want more survival houses and just regular houses in general, I think you'll actually like that series because it's basically, I'm bringing houses back. And you're going to have 10 houses in 10 weeks. So get ready for 10 weeks of houses. Biffo, Justin, I don't really do pixel art. I've never been good at it. So you're not really ever going to see that from me. I'm just not a pixel art guy. I'd rather just build skyscrapers, building stuff like that. Pixel art's just never been my thing. So it's not that I don't like it, but I'm just not very good at it. And I don't know, pixel art is its own challenge in my opinion. It takes a lot more patience than a lot of this stuff because you have to look at a picture and you have to just like exactly make every pixel correct. Otherwise, it doesn't look correct. Damn, you're really good. Well, thank you, Nathan. Can you make a Taco Bell tutorial? Yeah, I can probably do that. I actually have a Taco Bell in my test world that I actually made because I'm not sure if it was your idea, but I did make a design for one because somebody asked for it for a tutorial. So, let's see, I need to have 4 blocks. There we go. So, for those of you that do join and are just, I might want to look at my messages. Why Minecraft Builder 92? I'm guessing you mean like the name. Well, it was basically just the name I started off with, and I don't know. I think the 92 is actually just like a randomly generated number, because I kind of ran out of ideas for names, because I'm horrible with coming up with names. But anyways, back to like the whole building thing. People who join, I'm not really gonna let you build, and again, it's not because I don't like you or anything. It's just I'm very picky about who I let build on my maps. So, all right, what's wrong with this one? Something doesn't add up. Correct. Figures I messed up on the very first one. Okay. So they should all be 4, so I have to move all these over by 1 block. Awesome. Love when I mess up. Jax. Let's see. Do you play Minecraft on PC? I've been playing more Minecraft on the PC. I've been playing a lot of survival on the PC. As for building, not as much. I don't know. When it comes to building, I prefer console because I like having the controller in my hand, if that makes sense. I've always just been a console person, so I'm getting a little bit more used to the PC, which something's off here too. Something is not adding up here, which is not good. What did I mess up on here? These should all be 4, unless I messed up all the way over here, which I don't think I did. Can you give me a shout out, please? Biffo Jason, here's your shout out. I'm not really sure what your YouTube channel is called, so I can't really do that. I mean, unless that is your YouTube channel. Where did I mess up here? Sorry guys, I'm not going to read the comments for a couple of minutes. I'm going to be trying to figure out what I did wrong here. So 4, so everything's correct here. So where did I mess up? Alright, so this is going to be fun because I messed up somewhere and found it. Oh man, that actually throws all this off too. Well, crap. Well, whatever. It's not really that big of a deal, but I can always fix that later. Luckily, I didn't get too far in. There we go. Everything's finally working out perfectly. Alright, now I can go back to reading comments since I figured out what's going on. Okay. Thanks so much. I have a sucky channel. Hey, don't say that. Hey, if you want your channel to grow, never say you have a sucky channel because, you know what? I've had several sucky channels. You know, they weren't all realistic. Like, I almost said realistic. I was thinking of the city. They weren't all great channels, but you know, at some point I came across this channel, and this channel, you know, it's my most successful one, and I don't know. You just got to keep trying. So don't say you have a sucky channel, because I've had several of them. And the main thing is just keep trying. So hope that will boost your spirits up a little bit. Do you ever build on Newfield anymore? So for those of you that don't know, Newfield is my old city, and I haven't worked on Newfield in a long time because I've mainly been focused on this city. Newfield's mainly it's a lot more complete and finished, but this city, I don't know. I'm more happy with the city, so I think I'm going to continue to work on this one more. Because also this one provides videos that people want to see. Newfield is more just for downloads. And also I don't know how to give downloads for the Xbox One yet. So once I am able to do that, I will let people download it again and play on it. But for now I can't. Do you play PS3? Actually, no, I do not. PlayStation 3 was horrible for me. My parents had one for a Blu-ray player. And just the controller was horrible. Now, I actually do have a PS4 now, which I still haven't really played. Because I've always been, I guess if you want to call me an Xbox fanboy, you can. But I've always preferred Xbox because of the controller. And really, that's just about it. Just the controller to me was a lot more comfortable. Let's see. And, come on. Man, I hate messing up. Doing a lot of this stuff. Build your own personal statue. That actually is a good idea. I mean, I know in Newfield City, I know you guys are going to hear me referring to Newfield a lot. Just because there's my most realistic city up to this point. I actually did have a statue in the park, which I might do again, but I don't want to do the same thing just because I want to change things up a little bit. Xbox fanboy, hey, Codmaster, hey, cut it out. That's not nice, even though it's true. Do you play Minecraft Pocket Edition? I do not. I mean, I've downloaded it before. I don't know, just playing Minecraft on a mobile, it didn't feel right. And again, I prefer controllers. And I don't know, it felt really weird. The movement was really, I didn't really give it that much of a try, but it was really weird to me. So that's why you're probably never going to see videos of Pocket Edition from me. Not because I don't like it, but because, one, doing tutorials on that would be extremely hard and they would take twice as long. So you're probably not going to see too many videos, if any, on Pocket Edition. So sorry for you guys that like that. Don't waste time exploding things. Well, only problem, I don't want to do that. Mainly because I would actually get rid of some stuff I don't want to get rid of. So just for now, I'm just kind of doing this to kind of pass the time a little bit, but also just messing around. Let's see. The biggest bridge is taller than the Skyscraper. You made that mistake, or did you plan? Actually, that was actually kind of on purpose. So if you do fly over there, my friend actually pointed this out to me. Now the first bridge here, it is very tall, and like you said, it is a lot taller than some of the skyscrapers here. And if you actually look at it, it's actually perfect proportion to the bus here. The bus is a good size, like it's one of the biggest vehicles on the map so far. But as you can tell, it's kind of like perfectly proportioned to the bridge. And that's just something that's just how it worked out. And the bridge just happened to be this tall because it looks best that way. And so that's kind of like how it turned out so tall. Because when it actually looked shorter, it looked like too short. Like, I don't know how to describe it too much. You should build Warren Buffett's house. I've actually never seen his house, so I actually will have to look that up. So I'll actually do that next time I start building a house, because I've been looking for mansion ideas. So, let's see. Great inspiration. Well, I'm happy you like it. Let's see. I saw one. Have you ever built the Brooklyn Bridge? I built something like it, and I debated about making a bridge like that on this city, which I can still do, because I'm going to have more bridges on this city at some point. But, I don't know, the Brooklyn Bridge, I like it. It has great design. I'm not sure if it would look well in this city, though, just because the city is more of a modern city. Now, I could put that, like, in an older part of the city, you know, but, I don't know, that is a good idea. I've thought about it, but I'm not sure how it would work out. You know, it's just going to come with, you know, time and how everything works out. What is the best building in the world? I can honestly not answer that question because there are several great buildings out there, and I don't know the names of all of them. I mean, it really depends on like what your opinion is. Because if you like tall buildings, short buildings, you know, office buildings, stuff like that, everybody has their own opinion. But off the top of my head, I would probably say, what's the one from Dubai that's the tallest building in the world? And I like that building not because it's the tallest, but just because of the design of it is very intriguing to me. I don't know, just like how it looks. It's very different. How do you get the map from PC to Xbox? Well, there was a converter for the 360. You can't do it with the Xbox One or PS4 yet, if I'm aware, because I have looked recently if you can yet. The converter, though, you can download on your PC, and basically it's really just like plug and play, and I don't know how to describe it. And it's actually really simple to use. You just have to download it. It's called like I don't know the guy's name. He has a weird name. It's like Prizel Converter. So you'd have to look that up, and basically that's your best way to converting. It's really easy. Improve crane design and make a tutorial. I actually can do that. I've thought about making a more improved crane because I'm going to be having a new one on the city at some point. And so you actually will be, not, I won't say expecting, but you can expect one in the future. I'm not sure when that will be. So don't like expect it anytime soon. But I will start working on a new design because I do have a little bit more, building capabilities now, more materials to work with. So you will definitely see one in the future. So yes, we are best friends. Yeah, we can be. I don't see why not. Do you play PC Minecraft? iBomb Gaming, yes I do. I do play PC. I've been mainly playing PC for survival. Mainly because survival has a lot more opportunities on Minecraft for the PC. It's just, there's so many more opportunities other than just vanilla Minecraft, Let's see, let's make sure these are even. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So we need to have a couple more of these. 1 block and put your torch under it. I know. I don't know why I didn't think about doing that, but I didn't really. It is a good idea. I just didn't really think about it. Alright, so. Alright, here's an interesting thing. Like, what do I want to do here? Hold on, guys. I'm not going to read your comments for a couple minutes. Well, I'm going to take a couple minutes, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this would make it even. I guess we can do that. Okay. Alright, back to reading comments. Bye, Minecraft Builder. You're an awesome. Thanks for the inspiration. I gotta go. Alright, see ya, boss man. Thanks for coming to the live stream, man. Have a great night or day, wherever you're from. Let me take out some glass panes. Alright, so here's a building tip for you guys. Now, it's something that I don't know why I didn't think about doing this earlier. But since sand falls, I could, just come in with my glass panes and do this, but it takes a long time. What I actually been doing is I just make the entire thing, glass panes, and then I will go through later and just add the sand because it's a lot faster. And then I already have my windows done. So, hey, there's a little tiny quick building tip if you don't know about that. I know it's really simple. Some of you guys might look over it sometimes, but it really is simple to me. Cruise ships, I want to know what happened. What's the story? Alright, that actually is a good question. The cruise ship, the big one that it's around 700, 800 blocks long, I forgot. I've not worked on it in a long time. For those of you that don't know, I built a really huge cruise ship that was one of the biggest on console for a long time. And it was actually one of my favorite things to work on before cities. And I don't know, just haven't worked on it in a long time because I've been occupied with my cities. I think is probably the most honest answer. And also, the cruise ship just kind of like took things out of me, Like, I was getting bored with it because I got to the point where I had to do the inside. And you guys know me if you watch my videos on a regular basis or just at all. I'm not a big fan of doing interior, so it's kind of like where I lost interest. So I might start working on it again because the floors are done, but not the actual ship itself. Like not the interior, which also takes a lot more planning than I would expect, to be honest. It's going to have a lot of rooms. I want to join. Well, Morgan Sweeney, if you add me on Xbox One or send me a message, I will be checking my messages here soon. I don't want to check them like every time I get one, because that might be like really interrupting. But if you want to add me on Xbox One, go ahead. My gamertag's in the description, and just type that in, send me a message, and I will add you to my friends list so you can join. Is the game? And the game isn't full right now, so any of you guys can join if you have an Xbox One. Will you ever make a new yacht design because of the old one? Yeah, I actually will make a new yacht design. And oh, excuse me, guys. The server I've been playing on, they actually have a couple. Whoop, I didn't add. Did I? No, I didn't. They actually have a couple really cool yacht designs, which I might use for tutorials. Because these guys have been great. They said I could use their tutorials, like their designs for tutorials. And they've just been great, Because I find their designs like really interesting. And I feel like, hey, if I want to know how to make it, other people are going to want to know how to make it too. That's kind of like why I'm using them. I've talked with the owner. He's really cool. And I don't know, we're kind of like collaborating, I guess, if you want to put it that way, to come up with a lot more tutorials for you guys, which hopefully you guys will enjoy. What the F? There is Minecraft for Xbox One. Dakota, yeah, there's Minecraft for the Xbox One. You didn't know that, buddy? Yeah. It's actually been out for a good couple months now. Xbox 360, it only says that your friends list. Well, Nitro Gaming 5, my friends list on Xbox 360 is actually full, which, because your friends list on Xbox One isn't the same as your 360, obviously, because on Xbox One you can have more friends. So my 360 friends are full, but my Xbox Ones are not. So that's kind of the best way I can kind of answer that question. Let's look at the messages real quick. Here they are. Can you know the Skyscraper week? I love that. I will do one at some point. I'm not sure when. I mean, it could be a while. It could be soon. I'm not exactly sure. I've had a lot of comments about that, like me adding another Skyscraper week at some point. Adding me as your friend. You want to help me build an international airport. If you would help. Is there anybody that wants to join? I don't think I have any new messages. Trinity Killa, if you're watching, here, I'll just send you a message just because I'm not sure if you're watching. Nobody, I know this message probably sounds mean, but I'm not trying to be mean. Nobody gets, man, typing is slow, to build the most entertaining part of the live stream right here, guys. So make sure you stay tuned in for this part to build on, I wish I had a chat pad to an extent. Map. Let's see. How many blocks wide is your river? I'd probably say the river, I believe, is like 100 blocks wide, if I'm not mistaken. It's around that number. It's not like the precise number, but sorry, Jax. Nope, Jax, you're in the way. I can't see what I'm typing. Just make no. He's so close to my Xbox. Okay. Alright, we might save it real quick just to make sure I don't have to do anything different. How many blocks wide is your river? Answer that one. Are you building a hood in SoutLake? Yes, I will be building a less developed part of town somewhere. I'm not sure where. Just depends on where everything else, lines up being. And I don't know. I've always thought about doing something like that because it is realistic. Cities are usually a little bit more run down than some of the other parts of town. Only problem with that is I like making my cities look, modern and new. And building rural, I can't say that word. Rural? I can't say that word. I've always had a problem with my R's. But yeah. And I don't know. I will add one at some point, but where, I'm not sure. And when, again, not sure about that. Let's see. Why Do You Build on Superflat is by Louis Veros Jr. The reason I build on Superflat is because I like the fact that I don't have to clear out anything. And this might sound like a lot of work, but if I ever want mountains, I will go in and make my own, which I've done before several times. And so, basically, I like building on maps where I don't have to worry about clearing out anything, which sounds lazy, I know. But this isn't a usual flat map. I mean, if I dig down, you can see that this isn't a usual flat map. It goes down like, I think, 30 blocks. So this isn't a usual flat map, so you don't have to worry about that. And I still have the ability of digging underground and adding sewer systems, stuff like that, with also having the flat map ability with it, which something I did want with SoutLake was to build underneath, like the subway stations, subway trains, stuff like that. So hope that answers your question. I guess I'm a little bit too lazy if you want to put it that way. What other YouTubers do you watch? By Morgan Sweeney. I mainly watch Achievement Hunter, which I'm sure some of you guys have heard them at some point. We Be Strangers on. But I mainly watch Achievement Hunter, their Let's Play channel, Rooster Teeth. 99% of the time I watch them, and mainly just because I like their content. I've watched it for a very long time. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun, in my opinion. Let's see. Are all my questions annoying? No, there's no question that's annoying, so you don't have to worry about that. I'm here to answer your guys' questions, so anything you want to know, just fire off. Boop, boop. So basically, if you have any questions, just, let me know. Don't hold back. Just ask me any questions you guys want. What other YouTubers do you watch? Where's your favorite house you have made? That I could probably not tell you because I've built so many houses. I mean, the thing I've built over probably, what, 60 houses for tutorials, 70 houses. But I've also built a lot more houses than that, like off camera, you know, for fun. And I've built probably over 150 houses total. So that's kind of why it's a little bit hard question to answer, because I've built so many. But definitely some of my most recent houses, mainly just because I've kind of moved away. I've noticed this. I've kind of moved away from modern a little bit. I still do modern every now and then, but I do more traditional now, which I'm actually happy with, because traditional you can use more often, especially like in cities, stuff like that, which is why I think I've kind of moved to traditional a little bit. And you can use those for like your residential area, stuff like that. So I think that's kind of why I've transitioned to traditional a little bit more than modern, because modern, it looks great, don't get me wrong. I like and love modern because of the designs you can do, the unlimited possibilities. But with traditional, you can use it more often and it doesn't look out of place. With modern, I could put a whole bunch of modern houses in a row, but it doesn't look like a real neighborhood. But with traditional, you can put 10 houses in a row and it will actually look like they're meant to be there. Modern, not so much. So it's really hard to answer like what my favorite house is. So sorry about not being able to answer that question. A log cabin tutorial for survival worlds. Again, stay tuned in for the 23rd, guys. I'm not sure if any of you guys have actually seen the video, but the house series is coming back on the 23rd. There will be 10 houses for 10 weeks. So stay tuned in for that, just because there's going to be 10 houses in 10 weeks. So basically, 1 week there will be one house, and it doesn't matter if it's 4 parts, 3 parts. That house will be finished in that week. And basically the next week you'll see house number 2, and then after that house number 3. So basically it's bringing back the house series, but in a new series format, and not a, what's the word I'm looking for? Not like in a daily schedule, like a weekly schedule, like you're used to me doing. And what this kind of does, it gives me time to come up with new ideas while not being burned out on ideas, you know? I'm not having to rush the ideas. I can take my time on these finally, with still giving you guys good quality videos, which is something I've been trying to do for a while. So, do you play Clash of Clans? My brother plays it, but I've never played it. I actually don't have too many games on my phone, mainly just because my phone dies too quick with me watching videos. So, I don't really play any games on my phone. I did see one comment. Where'd it go? Somebody asked me, what sports do you play? I'm not seeing the comment, so I think it got passed by. I'm not sure who asked it, so who's ever asking that, I can answer that question. I don't play any sports at the moment, but mainly because I'm too busy with school and college. But originally, when I went to college, I played soccer. I was on a scholarship for soccer, but I realized that school, it was too expensive for me, and I wasn't in the right major. I just kind of went straight into college for the scholarship, which was a big mistake. So I played soccer basically all my life, so I hope that answers your question. I've also played baseball for like 8 years, 9 years, somewhere around there. But soccer is definitely my favorite sport, or football, as you guys call it overseas. Don't want to offend you English folks, you know, because I know you guys call it football, which is the true name of the sport, if I'm being honest. Because I do respect the fact that you guys call it football, because it actually is. And that's where soccer, or football, if you want to call it, is originated from. You know, it's more intense. I've always wanted to go overseas and watch a game in a pub, because I feel like that'd just be the coolest experience, because people take it so much more serious over there, which is so cool to me. I don't know. It's just something about it I want to go see. What job do you want when you get out of college? Well, the career I'm in is called computer-aided drafting, which it sounds really boring, but there's really a lot you can do. I mean, it involves architecture, it involves designing. So I could be an architect if I wanted to, but it's more that I'm still designing things with work, which is what I'm going to be trying to go into. But really, like, there's endless possibilities of what you can really do with this career choice, mainly just because any company needs somebody to design something before they make it, and that's kind of like what this, you know, career path is kind of for. Let's see, other questions. Can I join? Victor Diaz, yes, you can join. If you have a Xbox 360, or not 360, Xbox One, you can join in. Just add me, my gamer tag's in the description. I think I finally got that done. I hate using slabs for that reason. You play an instrument, I think is what I just saw. No, I've actually never played an instrument. I've tried to impress the ladies a long time ago, but no, I've never played an instrument. I've never been skilled enough to play an instrument, in my opinion. I never really had time for that, but also I never really wanted to. I respect the people who can do it because it takes a lot of skill and talent, but nope, I've never played any instrument. Okay, so there's this one. Let's look at some of the other questions here in a second. How many people do we have watching? 43 watching. All right. Why do you like Minecraft? I've always liked, and who was that by? Jay Freeman. I've always liked games where I can build, and I've always been creative in that way. I mean, I used to buy Halo only because I wanted to forge. I actually got to the point, I'm not sure if you guys have ever heard of this channel. It's called the Halo Forge Epidemic. I gave them a couple ideas for mini games. It's something I got really good at in Halo. At one point, I got offered to work for Bungie, but I was too young to help them make maps. And I don't know, it was actually, I've always just liked games where you can be creative. I even bought Skate 3 because I didn't even think I would like Skate 3 originally. It's a great game now that I played it. But I bought it just because you could build skate parks. I just buy any game just because it's building worthy. You can show your creativity. And my friend, oh man, I forgot his name because we were friends for a long time, and he showed me Minecraft. He's like, hey, this came out for Xbox 360. You should definitely play it. And I've never even heard of Minecraft until then. So I never even knew Minecraft existed until my friend told me about it, and that's when it came out for the 360. I never even heard of it, and all of a sudden I got addicted to it because, again, I'm a creative person. I like to be creative and express it. And so he showed me this game, and at first I was like, I don't like it. But after a while, I kind of got addicted to it, and then I started a channel, and people like the tutorials, people like the videos. So yeah, that's basically why I like Minecraft. Basically, you'll see me playing any game to where it involves me creating stuff, mainly just because, it's more fun to me. Because, especially, that was something that was big with Halo, and as any game is, if you still have your main game, but you can also build something, in my opinion, it makes it a lot more entertaining for people to keep playing your game, mainly because, you can get tired of matchmaking, but custom games in Halo always made something fun. There's always something new, and just having that ability to do that always made things interesting, in my opinion. That's why I like games where you can be creative and make your own maps and share them with people. It's because you have endless possibilities at that point. What's wrong here? So I need to have one block in the middle. Do you play Call of Duty Black Ops 2? I don't play Call of Duty anymore. I used to play Call of Duty a lot. What is wrong here? Something doesn't seem right. But yeah, you're hardly ever going to see me playing Call of Duty anymore. Mainly just because I prefer Battlefield. It's just I've grown out of Call of Duty. I've kind of gotten tired of it. To me, they lost their spark. And again, this is just my opinion. Don't get frustrated with me, guys. So, why aren't you on Skype very often? Mainly just because, Skype just gets annoying, and I'm not always at my computer. So that's kind of why I'm never on Skype. Did you get my tweet? I'm actually not on Twitter right now, so I will probably see your tweet later. But as of right now, I do not. So I will check it out, though. I will see it, I promise. Can you compare with Awesome Guy 376? I've honestly never heard of him, so I'm not going to say anything about if I can compare it to him. Because one, I don't like comparing myself to anybody because I like it. I mean, don't get me wrong, comparing yourself to other people is a good thing. But also at the same time, it seems like you're being cocky to me, and I'm not a cocky person in my opinion. I'm very humble, and so I don't like comparing myself to other people. So you're hardly ever going to see me comparing myself to other people. So just kind of give you a heads up on that. My favorite food. I've been asked that question so many times. I'd probably have to go with pizza to an extent, just because you can never go wrong with pizza. It's just it's a good food. Give me a second. I'll read more questions here in a second. This is actually making building SoutLake a little more entertaining. Just answering questions. I'm actually liking this a lot. Nikki Blackstock, hey, gotta go. I gotta go do homework. That sucks. I know that pain. But bye. Thank you very much for coming to the live stream. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Do you still play Xbox 360? I really don't as much. Now, it is something I do want to get back into because there are a lot more people on the 360. Now, the main reason why I never played Minecraft on the 360 with other people was because anytime I did try, like, do Hunger Games, stuff like that, and I tried doing Subscriber World so many times, it was just always so laggy, and it's something that's been fixed with the Xbox One, and I'm sure the PS4 as well, and it just has more power to work with, so you don't have as much lag anymore, which is something I've been trying to get to for a while, to where I can actually now, I mean, look, well, there's only 3 people in the game right now, but even when there was like 8 or 7, it still wasn't laggy, you know? But with 8 people on 360, it got really laggy really quick. Do you play SimCity? You would like it. I do have it. Actually, the game I've been playing, well, I used to play it a lot. It's actually called Cities Extra Large. It's kind of like SimCity a little bit. There they are. It's kind of like SimCity a little bit, but I don't know. They're basically the same. SimCity is a little bit more goofy, you know? In this game, it's more realistic based, if you want to call it. I mean, I don't know how to compare the two games together. That's kind of a hard question. Why don't you use PC for Minecraft? It has better everything. Now, I'm not going to argue with that PC Minecraft has better stuff, because it does. But in my extent, I like the fact that I can have a controller. Now, I tried the controller for the PC, but also the controller broke really quick. But also, it still wasn't the same, you know? Again, I like playing survival and doing the mods and stuff from PC and doing that stuff. But as for building, I can build a lot faster on console. And so that's why you're going to see all my tutorials on console, for the most part. Mainly because any block that we have, you guys already have on PC. And also, I don't like building a tutorial with somebody who doesn't have the same material, you know? It's kind of like a disadvantage. Like, oh, you could build this house if you had this. And I don't want to do tutorials like that. You know, I want to do tutorials with, you know, if you do have this, you can use it. I will tell you that. Like, hey, if you are making this on PC, use maybe black stained glass or something. Now, I will tell people that, but I'm not going to go do it on the original build because I want to actually see what it looks like with the classic materials, if that makes sense. Let's see. Do you have pets or no? I actually do have a pet. I have a cat named Jax, which he's a pain in the butt, but I love him to death. And he is actually laying down in his bed sleeping right now. He's the best cat in the world, in my opinion. He is the nicest cat in the world, too. It's a pain in the ass. What do you use to edit? Now, to edit, I use Adobe Premiere Pro. It's something I've always used. Even though I know some people use, what's it called, Final Cut. Final Cut, I've heard, is a good program. I've never used it, though. I prefer using Premiere Pro. It's more fun to use and a lot more simple to use, in my opinion. Just because I guess I've always used it, so it's simple to me. And so that's what I use to edit. I know. It's my favorite program to use. It's really simple. I already know all the shortcuts and everything. So that's the program I use to edit. Why do you pick the one below me, mofo? Hey, I didn't see your comments, so hey, chill out, man. You know, you're good. I see your guys' comments. I don't see everybody's, but I try to get to most of them. Say my name, please. Pizzoman87. There you go, buddy. What's the best way to contact you? Probably through email would be my guess. Just because I have my phone next to me. Been watching this guy since his first Modern House. Never gets old. Oh, well, thank you, buddy. I'm happy you stayed. Now, that first Modern House, though, I gotta be honest with you, very, very ugly. And I'm talking about the house that has like 4 million views. Now, I respect that you guys watched the video, but looking back on that house, you know, it was good to me back then. But now I'm like, did I seriously make that house? You know, I look at it and I go, I did. That is the crappiest house I've ever made. But I'm happy that people like it because it is a very simple house. But at the same time, it's like, it's so ugly, in my opinion. F you. Alright, cool. I see how it is, alright. I see how you gotta be, man. Some people are like that. Hey there, I lost your comment. Born fan, and I live in Ghana, South America. Hello. Let's see, what are you building? I'm just kind of working on this building here for the people that just joined. Just having a good time, you know, building this building and finally finishing it for once. Well, kind of finishing it. You know, 90% finish. Let's see. This is my first video, and I like it. Well, thank you, Jay Freeman. I'm happy you like it. Welcome to my channel. I mean, if you don't really know about me too much, I mainly just do tutorials, and I do stuff like this. I'm going to try to do more live streaming. But yeah, so I'm happy you guys tuned in. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. I hope you guys will at least. Alright, we're going to use sandstone for this now. Let's say, you will do another modern house tutorial. Hey, don't worry, on the 23rd, well, it's not going to be on the 23rd, but I will say, in the house series, there is one modern house that I'm actually really happy with, so I think you guys will really like it. It's kind of like a beach house a little bit. It's something that you would kind of familiarize with Grand Theft Auto 5, so I think you might like it. What state do I live in? I live in Missouri. Missouri, or Missouri as some of us call it, you know. Are you the one, what? Are you the one, Dread Comics? I think, honestly, I don't know what that comment means, man. I'm sorry. I could just be reading it wrong because I'm stupid sometimes. I would like for you to do more live streams. Hey, I can do that. I'm happy you guys are enjoying them. And this is actually more fun for me, you know. I have endless possibilities for talking because I'm answering your guys' questions. And it makes things more interesting. I'm interacting with you guys more, which is something I've always promised, but sometimes I'm a little bit too lazy, if I'm honest. So I'm trying to, you know, interact with you guys more, and I think live streaming is a good way to do that, because I'm actually having a good time, you know. I'm having a great time doing this. We're already at an hour, too. Man, well, pretty close to an hour. We're at 51 minutes. In South America. Whew, man, you're far away. Are you sure you should be up? Well, actually, what time is it in South America? You should actually let me know. Do you have a girlfriend? Yes, I do. I think, I see your name? Ivan Gatton? Yes, I do have a girlfriend. I've been in a happy relationship for over a year now. She's actually awesome. She loves video games, which is unnecessary. Just because I love video games, and so does she. And yeah, it's awesome. And I love your Minecraft. Minecraft's so even better. Well, thank you. I'm happy you like my channel. I'm happy you guys like the videos. It's awesome seeing that you guys enjoy them. Would you do Sims builds? I would think you would like that. Sims build maybe on my other YouTube channel, but on this channel, no, because obviously for reasons, Minecraft Builder 92, I don't think Sims would go over too well. But for you guys that aren't subscribed to my second channel, it's mainly just for other games. It's called Safety Boost, which I know sounds like a silly name, but there's a reason for it. But yeah, it's mainly meant for other games, so you might see a lot of other games on there. Like we played Kerbal Space Program, if you've heard of it. What are some other games that we played? We played Kerbal Space Program. We've really played a lot of games. Is YouTube a hobby? I mean, yes and no. I mean, it's a hobby, but also, I mean, it's fun to do. It started off as a hobby. I will definitely tell you that. I mean, I've had, I think, 4 YouTube channels total, and this one is the one that's taken off the most. And really, no, I couldn't ask for more. I mean, I'm extremely honored to be able to do this for you guys. It's a lot of fun for me to be creative in ways I like to be creative, and for you guys to actually watch the videos. It really does mean a lot. And I know it sometimes doesn't come across as I really enjoy it, and sometimes it might not seem like I appreciate you guys, but really, I really do appreciate you guys. You guys have made a lot of things possible. You guys make me really happy, you know? I can't even describe how happy you guys make me and how much I deserve to you guys. So, thank you guys very much. Are you on the Xbox One? Yes, I am on the Xbox One. That's mainly been my main platform for playing Minecraft lately, ever since it came out. You pronounce my last name wrong, but everyone does. I already knew I pronounced your last name wrong. I saw that one coming as soon as I read it. I am from Alabama. Alabama Crimson Tide. It's something like that, right? Do you have hidden talents? That's actually a good question. I have no idea if I do or not. If they are hidden, they're hidden for a reason, because I have no idea they're even there. But yeah, I honestly don't know. That's actually a really good question. Will you ever collab with Captain Sparkles? If I could, I would. But as you can imagine, Captain Sparkles is a very big YouTuber, and trying to get a hold of somebody like that, not easy. So if I get the chance to actually, talk to him and collab with him, that'd be awesome. But the possibilities of that are they're not likely, just because again he's such a big YouTuber. So don't really expect that anytime soon. But hey, maybe one day. You like baseball? Yes, I actually love baseball. I played it for I think 10 years, around 9 years, somewhere around there. It's a great sport. I've played it for a long time, but I did choose soccer over baseball just because soccer was my favorite sport, and I had to kind of choose. And that's the sport I went with. Abilities that you can use to get ideas. Yeah, you can guys. You can share anything with me on Twitter. That's why I'm on Twitter for. Anything you want to show me, tell me about, go right ahead. I appreciate all the comments, all the, ideas that people give me. Those are the ideas that I like to use. I don't get all these ideas by myself, and a lot of people do ask me, like, how do you get your ideas? Well, it's, a lot of inspiration from other people, other YouTubers as well, not just the internet. I go on Google Maps, look at other countries, other cities, stuff like that. I try not to limit myself to, like, what I do and, like, where I get my inspiration from. Do me, please. Jonna? Jonna? I don't know how to pronounce your name. I feel like I know I've heard that name so many times, but for some reason I can't pronounce it right now. I will actually not do you. I don't go that way, man. I'm sorry. But I did answer your question, though. Hey. Would you ever GK? I'm not sure what that means. I'll probably realize what it means, like, after you explain it to me. Do you have an Instagram? If so, what is it? I've never used Instagram. I know my girlfriend uses it, but I've never really used it too much. I mean, again, it's kind of like the whole Twitch thing. I've never understood the point of using it. Twitter's mainly been the main social media thing that I've always kind of used. It's because Twitter's easy for me, in my opinion. Yeah, maybe I will get a Instagram account at some point, but as of right now, I do not have one, so no. Draw My Life. Will you ever do one of those? Draw My Life. It kind of sounds like the game Drawful that came out not too long ago. Sounds like, what do you mean by Draw My Life? Like a life in, kind of like a behind the scenes video? Is that what you mean? Like, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Hanging out with a big YouTuber. It is so casual. Hey, it's supposed to be casual, It's supposed to be fun. And just not late. We're supposed to be laid back. Yes, do a Draw My Life. Okay. See my name. Blackbird0067. Hey, buddy. How are you? Have you ever been to Minecon or Insomnia? I wish I could go to Minecon this year. Only problem is I don't have the money for it. So, unfortunately, I will not be at Minecon. I definitely do want to go at some point, but as of right now, I cannot, unfortunately. But like I said, at some point, I do want to go. Thanks for the answers. That's awesome coming from an awesome builder like you. Well, thank you very much for the compliment. I really appreciate it. Oh, past the glass pane. Get rid of it. Where was I? Oh, yeah, up here. And I forgot this window. And let's see, answer more questions. YouTubers do this. Basically, you draw your life while talking about your life to becoming a YouTuber. Search Draw My Life. All right, I actually will search that up because it actually does sound interesting. So I will check that out. So definitely, I'll look into it, but don't expect anything sometime soon, because everything takes some planning, in my opinion. I bet you can say my name. I bet you can't say my name right. Gintun. Or Gingtun. Gingtun. Did I say it right? You should let me know. I feel like I'm asking way too many questions. Hey, ask as many questions as you want. That's what you guys are here for. Ask me anything you want, guys. This is making things fun for me. And here soon we might go over to PC or, Subscriber World, something like that, to go and play with you guys. Are you into wrestling, for example, WWE, TNA, or indie? I actually did go to an MMA fight not too long ago with my friends, and it was fun, but I've never really gotten into fighting too much. I think it's really cool, and the amount of fitness those people go through is amazing, but I've never really been into it. But if it does count, I did wrestle freshman year of high school, which that was my first year wrestling, and I didn't like it too much. Can you say my name? Riaz Ahmad. please go to PC. We'll see. It all depends on how many people actually have PC, you know. I want to get as many people incorporated into everything. Let's see. Have you ever been to a city? I've been to St. Louis, which is where I live, but, well, I guess I did go to D.C., Washington, D.C., which counts as a city. So I guess that counts, you know. Let me save this real quick. Make sure I don't lose anything. When's your next Xbox 360 live stream? I don't have Xbox One. I'm not sure. Just, again, really all depends. I need to hook up my 360 in my office where all my other consoles are. So hopefully soon. And just follow me on Twitter, guys, to kind of like know when I'm live streaming on what console as well. Can you say my name? I'm going to get a lot of these questions, aren't I? I lost that comment. Can you say my name? Jaden Cologne. Or Colin. iBomb Gaming. Do I watch the NBA? I don't like basketball at all. It's just not my sport, and I don't know why. I've just never really been a big fan of it. So, no, I do not watch the NBA. So, I'm not trying to offend anybody. It's just something I don't really do. I don't watch it at all. Can you say my name? Adul Ahla. I swear, like, you guys are making, like, new accounts with almost impossible names just for me to say them. I think this is going to be a new thing. Can you say my name? Santos Zavala Lopez. I actually feel good about that one. I nailed that one, in my opinion. You should start a stadium on your city. I actually will. I've had this a lot. I'll discuss this a little bit. I've had a lot of comments saying I should add an airport, a hospital, stuff like this, a stadium. All that stuff will come later on, because those are things you do need in the city no matter what, in my opinion. But as of right now, I don't have the space for it. Now, you might be looking like you have plenty of space. Now, it looks like there's plenty of space, but there's really not for the size of the stadium I want. And also, I like making everything organized and kind of making sure it's going to work in the area. So you might have to wait a while for the stadium until we start expanding the map. Along with the airport, because I need a lot more space for that as well. What is your favorite building in SoutLake? And that's by Live Chelsea 434. Oh, man. Manchester United all the way, not Chelsea. I will say Chelsea is a good team, though. I probably just started a huge rival right there, didn't I? Woo, there's going to be some fun comments. My favorite building in SoutLake. That's actually a good question. I mean, this one right here that we've been working on is definitely one of my favorites. This one's actually inspired from New York City. That is a really good question, though. I'm not really too sure. I probably have to say this one right here. I don't know. It's something I made in Newfield City a long time ago. And it's my design. It's not inspired from any other building. It's just mainly here because I came up with this design. I liked it a lot, and it's unique. I think it's an eye catcher. Jin Gington, happy birthday, buddy. I hope you have a great birthday, man. Make a GTA city in Minecraft. Man, I'm not gonna make another city for a long time. I have to finish this one. I have to start expanding Newfield. I have too many cities I have to work on, and at some point I will start another one, but not for a while. Have you gotten the gold play button yet? Cole Kramer, no, I have not. I have the silver play button, but the gold play button is only for when you hit 1 million subscribers, not... I've only hit 230,000, somewhere around there, 237, I think is what I'm at. So, no, I will not be getting that for a while, unless you guys really want to help out and get me to 1 million. That'd be fantastic. But no, I do not have the gold play button. I only have the silver one, but I am perfectly happy with it. iBomb Gaming, are you racist? No, I am not. That is a horrible question. Can you do a city tour of the city? If you want to see like a full in-depth tour to where I talk about everything I want to do and all that stuff, after the live stream, there's episode 20 of Building SoutLake City. That is a tour, so that might be your best video to go watch for that. Let's see. Can you say my name, please? Colby Lemson. Who are your favorite YouTubers? I answered this one a little bit earlier, but I'll answer it again. I watch Rooster Teeth a lot and the Let's Play channels. And those are mainly the only guys I really watch on YouTube. I mean, I watch some like machinima stuff. But yeah, that's really the only people I really watch. And I don't know why. It's just I watch other videos, but on a constant basis, I watch them the most. I gotta figure out where I want to start my next building. When is your next live stream? I have no idea. I gotta finish this one first. Can you say my name? Taylor Lee. Your name's easy. I like you, Taylor Lee. You made things easy for me. Can you say my name? Riaz Ahmad. Again, what is with you guys? Have you watched Stampy Cat? No, I've actually, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've heard of Stampy, and I think what he's done is amazing. He has a great following, but I've never really watched his videos. I mean, I don't know him as a person. I've never really talked to him, so I'm not going to say anything bad about him. So, never met him, so I haven't really talked to him. And can you do a tutorial for some of these buildings, please? Yeah, I can definitely do some tutorials for some of them. Maybe in another I can't talk. Maybe in another Skyscraper week at some point, I will make a lot of these. But don't expect that for a while. I mean, again, you can expect some of these later on. But again, I don't want to say they're going to be coming out soon because I don't want to disappoint you guys, and I'm not sure if that's going to be true or not. Say my name, Georgia Missalad. Nada the Turtle. Your name's pretty easy. Or Nada. Can you say my name if you have to build a tree? Do you like dogs? I love dogs. How can you not love dogs? At least in my opinion. I love dogs. Now, I got a cat mainly because I couldn't have a dog. Now, I love cats too. I love both of them to death. But I think if I could have had a dog or a cat, I definitely would have chosen a dog. But I couldn't because dogs are more expensive. Cats are not as expensive. So I went with the cat, and I'm happy with what I have. Say my name, Gabriel. Oh man, you gotta be kidding me. Lama Delini. Can you do a Tekkit house tutorial? Tekkit. I mean, I've heard of Tekkit, but maybe. I'm not sure how to answer that question. I did see a question, have you watched Dan Lags, which I'm sure a lot of you guys, I've seen a lot of comments about this, guys. Now, I did email Dan Lags today. You guys will be the first ones to hear this. I emailed him today about if he wants to do something, because a lot of people have been asking for it. So maybe you guys will see a video in the near future. That all depends on if he wants to. So basically, we'll see, okay? Now, I don't want to get you guys' hopes up, but we'll see. And I'm going to try to work things out because, again, a lot of you guys want to see it. And in my opinion, I've heard that we're very similar. We have talked before, so it's not like we've never talked. So maybe you guys will see some of that. Just stay tuned for that. What recording software do you use? I use Elgato, and their recording software. And I use Adobe Premiere Pro to edit. And for voice editing, I use Adobe Audition. Have you ever watched Lone Survivor or American Sniper? Yes, I have. I actually just got done watching American Sniper a couple weeks ago with my brother, my girlfriend, and his wife. It was a great movie. PC server. I don't really have a server at the moment. I mean, if we do go to PC, it will be on the Chaoscraft fan server, which I will talk to you guys about if we do go into that. Can you do a Let's Play on Buildcraft? Maybe. I can definitely consider it. Boop. Oh. Let's see. Do you know Dan Lags? Yes, I do. We have talked before. That's really all I can say. We haven't really talked much, but we have talked before. Let's see. Have you seen The Walking Dead? Nope, I have not. I don't really watch too much TV. I watch more YouTube than anything because there's always something new. I really don't watch too much TV, but every now and then I do. I think I've seen like maybe 1 or 2 episodes. Yes, I do know that Dan Lags is a YouTuber. Have you ever watched Naruto? No, I have not, Taylor Lee. Let's see. I'm trying to think of like what I want to do next in the city. Because there's a lot more to get done, but I'm not sure what I want to do. Maybe I do want to test something out. When is my birthday? My birthday is April 20th, 1994. Well, obviously the 1994 part isn't relevant at this point. But yeah, April 20th is my birthday. Say my name, Blackbird0067. Hey, that's the second time I've said your name, buddy. Ain't you making a fan server? At some point, maybe. There's still a lot more work to get done. I mean, we'll all see in the future. I love your world. Well, thank you. I'm happy you guys like it. So what do you guys... Here, I want you guys... Here, everybody stop asking questions real quick because I want to ask you guys something if you want to see this. How do you guys think a tennis court would look up here on top of this roof? Because I feel like this would be a great apartment complex. And I feel like having a tennis court up here would actually be a pretty cool thing. If I did add a fence, obviously, around the edge. Yeah, what do you guys think about that? Do I like soccer? Yes, I love soccer. My favorite sport of all time. How old are you? I am 20. Say my name, Bosman17. Say my name is Jeff. My name's Jeff. I can't do it right now. Let me have a drink of something. Yeah, my V8's warm. Let's see. Okay, I'm guessing are you asking like what soccer team? Well, my favorite football team or soccer team is, it depends. I mean, there's two different, in the Liga, I like Real Madrid, but I also do like Manchester United. Those are just, they've always been my two favorite teams. But I also do respect like other teams like Chelsea, Arsenal. I like those teams as well. It's really like I like those two teams the most, but I still have like other teams I like. Do you have a Elgato? Yes, I have two Elgatos. One that records my PC, one records my consoles. Because I actually have a switcher that just switches between my PS4 and my Xbox, and also my Xbox 360. Do you like Messi? I have nothing wrong with Messi. I mean, he's a great footballer or soccer player, whatever you want to call it. Me personally, I think Ronaldo's better. I could be starting a fight here. But yeah, I like Ronaldo a lot more. Just his foot skill to me is his most impressive part, and also his free kick. Somebody asked, I couldn't read your name in time. We'll read messages here in a second. Richard Dr. Pepper. I'm actually trying to get away from soda a little bit. I've been having too much soda. I like your world. Oh, thank you, Attested Squid. Oh, messages. Can you also put a pool on the roof? I'm not sure if a pool would look good there because I would have to dig down in order to put the pool there. And having an above ground pool up there wouldn't look correct. So I'm not going to add a pool there. What's my name? Derpy Girl Gamer. I like your name. Exotic Reflex. I actually kind of remember you. Do you have a real job? At the moment, no, but I'm looking for one. Jonathan Fan, I'm not going to answer that question. Not on here, buddy. But yes. I like your channel. Well, thank you guys. Let's see. Okay. Let's look at all these messages. I'm reading too many messages or like comments where I can't do anything. Let's see. Ooh, we're already at an hour. Alright, well, hey, guys, we might call it quits for this live stream for right now, because we're already over an hour. We're at an hour and 12 minutes. I really thank you guys for all your questions. This has actually been a lot more fun than I even expected. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. I'm probably going to go get something to eat. And maybe we can, if you guys follow me on Twitter, my Twitter is mcbuilder_92. And basically what we're going to do is, if you follow me on that, I'll let you know like when I'm live streaming on what platform, what server, if we are on PC, what console, everything like that. So go follow me on Twitter, and that'll be your best way to actually stay in touch with live streaming and when we're doing stuff. So bye-bye, guys. I will see you guys soon. Again, thank you very much for commenting. It was actually really fun. I will definitely be doing this a lot more because you guys are awesome. It was actually, like I said, tons more fun than I even expected. So thank you guys to all of us. I will look up the Draw My Life thing, so don't worry about that. Eat McDonald's. I actually had McDonald's not too long ago. Alright, but bye-bye, guys. Thank you very much for watching.